Hey y'all, welcome to Nat and Grace Revelations. This is Cheryl 10. This is going to be a reading for the collective. It may or may not resonate, but I do offer personal readings, and the link to the site is in the description. Angelina, that's what I'm hearing. Mesa, Mason, Mass, any form like MAS may be a factor here. Nerve issues could be a really big factor. I heard tendinitis, issues of the nerves like multiple sclerosis, um, anything like that. Issues with the nerves or the joints, like rheumatoid arthritis, things like that feel like a really big factor to where there are issues in the joints, the tendons, the nerves, or connectivity in general feels like a really big factor in whatever is going on here. Connection of some sort, things being webbed together, fused together. Work, family, friend, or romantically. Some type of fusion feels necessary, or is like a big factor here. Like if y'all could imagine like webbed hands, webbed feet, like they're not necessarily completely attached, but they are at the root, at the base. You know what I'm saying? So whatever is going on here, that feels like a really big factor. Somebody being confused because they are assuming that these people are the same person. They're assuming that someone is another party, but they may just look like this party, sound like this party. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, whatever is going on here, it doesn't feel like this is the real deal. This is the real person, like whatever is taking place. And there's been this triangulation that has been going on here. This could even be like two people with the same names. Like, if y'all have ever, I don't know, if you're a junior or something, you may have experienced this. But like a lot of times when you run credit for people who are juniors, they will have their parents' credit on their in their credit score. You know what I mean? Like in their record. So it's like the things that their parents have done, or their senior has done, can impact them, even though they are two completely different people with two completely separate social security numbers. I'm not sure if times have changed and advanced enough to where things aren't like that now, to where it's not that messy. But back in like I would say before the 2010s, like for sure, like if your name is John Smith and your son is John Smith Jr., your John Smith Jr.'s credit had the potential to be impacted by John Smith Sr. And that's what it feels like is taking place here. Mike and Evan or Evans is what I'm hearing. So I think there is a situation where there's like a mistaken identity, to where somebody may have thought that this was somebody, but this is not them. Or like I said, they may look like them, dress like them, whatever this is. Like there's similarities here, but this is not the real person. This is not, you know what I mean? This is not who they thought this was. So I think Kiera, I think somebody has been watching somebody, surveilling somebody, obsessing over something or somebody, um, to the point that they're trying to emulate them. And I think others are starting to see the real deal, the authentic one, the original one, and got confused, or will be confused, or that feels like it already took place, the confusion part. Like, so who's the real one? You feel me? Who's the one who's the originator? You feel me? Who was first? Like, who's the authentic one? Okay? And they sided with the fraud because the fraud was more convincing. Okay? Especially if this is somebody that's very big, very heavy set, or a situation where this person is older, okay? So they would be more credible, or their job title, their position would make them more credible. That's the teacher. That's the pastor. That's the doctor. That's, you know what I mean? The lawyer, like whatever it is, that they seem more credible because of the position of power that they're in, a position of authority. Okay? But no, they were manipulative and they're not original at all. They weren't keeping it real at all, or whatever they were doing, they were manipulating somebody out of money, okay, or for manipulating people for attention. And now they're in a position to where they have to admit that they were pretending to be somebody else. They stole somebody's identity, okay? To Lawrence, to Loris, Flores is what I'm hearing. And I heard I might be on the run. He flew to Mexico. Mari, Mayari, Mayari, and like Yada. I think this person may leave the country, the state, the city. Um, Rich Homie Quan started to play. Her, she changed her name, got in some trouble. Now she running from her problems. Um, yeah, Party by Rich Homie Quan. I heard she changed her name, got in some trouble. Now she running from her problems. No, I'm coming back for that money. Something like that. So they're trying to get out of situations by either changing their identity, changing their name, changing their location, whatever this is. But Pranis. Some like long extremities feel like a really big factor. Um, Long arms, long legs, long fingers, long toes, long extremities. But this person has a lot of regret here because they're still hanging with the people that they were messy towards. They're still hanging with the people that they snaked. They're still around them. And that's why they're trying to figure out like what they should do because they're stuck. They feel stuck. And I think it's mainly because they're it's like, do they let these people or this person know? Or do they wait until the cops come knocking? Dave is what I'm hearing. So I think somebody is about to lose their credibility. They're about to lose their credentials, possibly about to lose their job, their title, their position. But it's Rebecca. It's because they're being obsessive and hateful and predatory. To cover up mistakes that they made, to hide their tracks. It's almost as if, like, say if this is a business owner or something like that, like the business owner is targeting somebody that patron their business. Or if this is like a coworker or something, they're targeting like a coworker, a peer, because they got fired and they feel like they're blaming others for them getting fired, or again, they lost their credibility. You know, they lost something here. But it's because of their own evil, toxic behavior, not because of anybody else. So now they're in a situation to where they are very angry and aggressive and vindictive and feel the need to prey on people whom they feel caused them these losses. But these are self-inflicted. I'm not really sure what they're looking for. Like, who are you looking to blame for the losses that you're experiencing besides yourself? You know? Like, sometimes With tarot, for instance, y'all, like I'll do readings for somebody, and it's very, very rare, but I have in the past, I should say. Like I've done a reading for somebody and it wasn't good news, and they get mad at me because they're not getting good news in their reading. But everything that I told them winds up playing out. You know what I mean? So they'll be like, oh, well, she said this and you said this and you said that. And the next thing you know, everything that I said played out, good or bad. I mean, down from the grief, losses, down to catching diseases, all of that type of shit. Finding out people really ain't shit when they didn't want to listen, like all of that. And they'll get mad at me for telling them the truth, because I'm not going to sugarcoat my readings. I tell everybody I don't sugarcoat my readings, and I don't tell nobody what they want to hear. That's not what I do this for, because I work with integrity. So if you don't want the truth, then don't talk to me. Don't book with me. You get what I'm saying? And it feels like that's what happened here. Somebody booked a reading, right? Just metaphorically. They booked a reading and they got the truth. Okay. And they're pissed off because they heard the truth in their reading. So they're targeting the tarot reader because they don't want to accept the truth about their reality, especially if Marie is a factor in this equation. Somebody is pissed off because they got the truth from somebody, okay? And they hate this person for being the light bearer. So it's like, how are you mad at them if they told you that you were going to catch XYZ fucking with that person and you did? How are you mad at them? If they told you that not to move like this and move like that, or XYZ was going to happen, you know, how are you mad at them? If they told you that they saw you contracting XYZ from such and such, you know what I mean? And you still went and messed with them anyway and you got it. How are you mad at the person that told you the truth, or the person that forewarned you? You get what I'm trying to say? And I think that's what this person is finally forced to understand. Like, you're mad at them because the losses that you experienced, they were able to predict. Okay. The losses that these people or this person is experiencing are losses that they don't have anybody to blame for. So they have been targeting the same person, saying, oh, woe is me. They're the reason that I'm like this. They're the reason that things are falling apart. They're the reason that things aren't in order. They're the reason that my life is falling apart. They're the reason that things are fucked up, whatever it is. When in reality, it's their own actions. It's their own actions, their own habits, their own behaviors, you know, on, say, overspending, whatever this is. It's like, it's their own issues. It has nothing to do with what somebody else is doing to them. You know, I think somebody is just in a position to where they have they've been around somebody who is very unsupportive, or somebody who is in a position to where they may be disabled. They may be ill. They may be down, you know, again, having issues. Didn't I say the body could be breaking down, things like that. And they seem to be noticing this. But instead of being loving, it's like they're turning into a slave master. So, you know, it's like this person needs a caregiver, needs nurturing, not a dictator, not, you know what I mean, somebody that just make their life worse. You know what I mean? Make things harder on them, put more burdens on them. It's like, if they're already struggling to walk or get on their feet, why would you put more issues on their plate? You get what I'm saying? And that's what they did. They did that, or they watched this take place and didn't do anything about it. There was no assistance, no help, no nothing, y'all. So I think it's just a situation now to where people are looking for attention from the same people or person that they've watched struggle. They're looking for time, money, and attention from the same person who has picked themselves up, okay? In front of these people. Like, they struggled in front of these people and now they're thriving in front of these people. And they want to fight so bad. They want to fight so bad, but it's like, do y'all not realize that this person just like clean all this mud off of them? Do y'all not get that? They're happy and smiling and shining. But do you not see what they just went through? Do you not see what they're going through? despite this smile on their face. So, what do you look like coming to put more burdens on their plate just because they look like they're happy? That you just assume that they don't have any problems? You just assume that their life is carefree because they're happy, because they're smiling? You know? It's like, it just, oh, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You ain't got no problems. You ain't got no responsibilities. No, they just don't take on the stress of the problems, of the responsibilities. They make this shit look easy. It's the difference between people who are doing things for an image and people who are doing things because they really enjoy it. You know, people who are living lives just to survive versus people who actually are living lives that fulfill them. And that's what people are seeing here. They're stuck in lives that are hellish, but these are the lives that they created for themselves. These are the relationships that they chose.